Okay, check your history. Now you have many people today that teach that that was Jesus back there in chapter 1 Genesis that said, let us make man in our image. You follow? That's nonsense. Okay, these were angels, and you can confirm this. I mean, you go into we had Genesis chapter 19. You can see that two angels went to Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, this is in Genesis chapter 19. In the previous chapter 18 Genesis, they were with Yah when they appeared to Abraham. Okay, and Yah stayed there with Abraham. You read that in chapter 18, talking to Abraham. But the two angels went on towards Sodom and Gomorrah. When they came into Sodom and Gomorrah, and this is Genesis chapter 19, the people of Sodom and Gomorrah who were wicked, they looked at them, they thought they were men. Okay? You can go into the book of Judges. All right? And with, what was it, Samson, chapter 13. And before he was born, Yah sent an angel to his parents, okay, Manoah and his wife. And the angel appeared to Samson's mother first. She thought it was a man. She went and told her husband and said, a man appeared to me, a man of God, a man, a man of the Creator. All right, he appeared to me and told me these things. So Manoah ran after who he thought was a man and talked to the man. But then it'll tell you when you get to that chapter 13 Judges, you follow? It'll say a man again when Manoah caught up with him. But then when you get to verse 13, it's going to say this was an angel. And then when the angel, you understand, when Manoah made an offering to Yah, all right, the angel went up off the offering in the flames. And then Manoah knew he was an angel. You follow? They look like men. The same thing when you go over into the book of Daniel. All right, when Nebuchadnezzar had Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, commonly called Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, okay, that was their Hebrew Israelite names, and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were their captive names. We talked about this on the previous show, and we're going to touch on it again in a minute, in regards to who Sheshbazzar was. But when Nebuchadnezzar, when they would not fall down to this idol that Nebuchadnezzar had made of himself, Nebuchadnezzar had them thrown in the fiery furnace. I know many of you have heard that story. You can go into the book of Daniel and read it. And it says that one like the Son of Man, all right, was seen in the fiery furnace with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Well, this was an angel too. He looked like a man. Okay, when you go into the book of Ezekiel, Yah refers to Ezekiel as Son of Man. Okay, it's all through the book of Ezekiel. Okay, but this was a man. All right. Now, again, these angels, you go in the book of Daniel, okay? What? Chapter 10, Gabriel was sent. Daniel describes him, okay? Chapter 12, okay? Daniel's in the vision and he's talking to the angels and he refers to them as my Lord, but they were angels. They look like men. Okay? So back in Genesis chapter 1, when Yah said, let us make man in our image, he's talking to his angels. But you'll hear many of these teachers, they'll say that that was Jesus. I haven't seen that. Open up your book and read it. You're not going to see Jesus there. Okay? So again, people see what they want to see. They see what has been inseminated and inculcated upon their minds and their hearts. What they've been told. Okay? But that's not what it says, you see. So now again, when you go into Jeremiah chapter 16, Yah is saying there that the Gentiles are going to say, surely we have inherited lies and vanity and things wherein there is no profit. Okay, they haven't said that yet because many of them are still into Christianity or some other form of religion, Islam or whatever. Okay. So, and they've been in these things for centuries. Centuries. All right? But these things have not helped them. All right? And we see much of this today. Okay? Just like here the other couple of days ago, this is, what is this? February the 10th. No, this is February the 11th. Okay? 2009. And a few days ago, on a Sunday, in downstate Illinois, in America here, okay, you had a preacher, you know, a Gentile preacher in a big church, congregation 1,200. A man walked in and shot him dead, shot him, you know, 4 times. All right, the preacher. Okay, so again, like we said on the previous show, where, you know, and we've said on shows in the past, where was this Jesus? How come it didn't protect him? Now, this is the preacher. All right, big church. Okay, big church, congregation 1,200. And the man just walked right in, another Gentile, Caucasian, shot him dead. I know many of you heard about this here in America. Probably in our international audiences heard this. And this is not the first time things of this nature have happened. Okay, in churches. Okay, and that's not even talking about how these tornadoes, Yah raises up these tornadoes, these hurricanes just blow the churches down. Why is this happening if these things are correct? These monuments, if they to their idol, if they are correct, if they're about the Creator, why are these things taking place? Okay, so again, this Christianity, again, that was incepted in the 4th kingdom. Okay, and again, when you go into Deuteronomy chapter 32, okay, verse 17. Right in there, it's going to tell you, Yah said, and he said it through Moses, and Moses told the children of Israel before he died, before they crossed the Jordan, he said, you're going to go across this Jordan, you're going to first inherit the blessing, then you're going to inherit the curse. Yah is going to bring the curse on you, going to scatter you out into the nations. Okay? He says, because your offspring are going to start worshiping idols. Newly raised up, not Yah, but devils. Okay, and that's what we were to be worshiping when we were to be scattered into these nations. Like we've said in the past, go into Deuteronomy chapter 28. Okay, and what do you see in verses 36? Okay, verses 64. You're going to see that we were to be scattered into these nations where we would worship idols of wood and stone. And this was to go on how long? As it says in Daniel chapter 12, when the angel told Daniel, Daniel said, I don't understand. Okay, which is the key to letting you know that this is another vision. And it's not part of the vision that they tried to make it look, they being the sons of Esau, when they transliterated this book, that they tried to make it look like, started over in Daniel chapter 10. Because in chapter 10, Daniel, the angel specifically tells Daniel, I have been sent to you to make you understand what I'm getting ready to show you and what's going to happen in these days to come. I was sent to make you understand. But when you keep reading, it's a continuation into chapter 11 from 10, and it looks like it's a continuation all the way through 11 into 12, and at the end of 12, but it's not. Because when you get to 12, 8, 9, Daniel tells the angel in the 12th chapter of Daniel, verses 8, 9, he says, but my Lord, I don't understand. Now that's an impossibility for an angel to be sent from Yah to anyone. And the angel is sent and tells the person, I've been sent to make you understand. And then at the end, when the angel is talking to the person's saying, but I don't understand. So that's a red flag. That's telling you that this is another vision here. And again, that vision in chapter 12 Daniel starts at 1136 Daniel. And it's only dealing with the 4th kingdom from 1136 Daniel to 1210 Daniel. Okay? And when you get to 12:10 Daniel, that vision ends. And then at verse 11 Daniel, that's when it says concerning the daily sacrifice. Takes you back to chapter 8 Daniel. And those last 3 verses in chapter 12 Daniel, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, 11 and 12 are dealing with the situation around 164 BCE. We've talked about this in previous shows.